GitHub invites you to build ridiculous summer projects for internet glory. Google's AI detective prevented a cyber attack before hackers even knew what hit them. And OpenAI unleashed digital agents that can browse the web and fill out your expense reports. All that and more on this episode of The Download. We're back! Welcome back to another episode of The Download, the show where we cover the latest developer news and open source projects. Please like and subscribe. I'm Andrea and I debug all this news so you don't have to. Let's get into it. GitHub just dropped the For the Love of Code hackathon. And honestly, I'm here for it. It's the kind of chaos we need right now. Instead of the usual, let's solve all the world's problems using an API, the vibe is build weird stuff. We're talking categories like buttons, beeps, and blinking lights for hardware that looks like it escaped a 90s electronics store. Picture this: a command line karaoke machine, a GitHub CLI that gives you a force code based on your commit history, or an AI that turns fixed typo into heroically defeated the grammatical villain threatening your user experience. Winners get a full year of GitHub Copilot Pro and bragging rights forever. Plus, they're letting you submit up to 42 entries per person, which feels very intentional. I can't wait to see the submissions for this one. And in more GitHub news, GitHub Copilot is having its main character moment. The pragmatic engineers survey almost 3,000 developers, and GitHub Copilot has officially dethroned ChatGPT as the most used AI tool amongst developers. Half of the respondents are using it now, which means we crossed that line where AI coding system went from like, hey, cool experiment, to how did I ever write code without this? It is wild to think we're at the point where peer-and-peer programming with AI is just a normal Tuesday. Are you using GitHub Copilot? Let me know in the comments. And here's something straight out of a cybersecurity thriller. Google's Big Sleep AI discovered a critical vulnerability and patched it before any hackers even knew it existed. The bug couldn't let attackers corrupt memory through SQL injection and any SQL-like version before 3.50.2. This is the first time an AI has actively prevented a real cyber attack by finding the flaw first, like having that bouncer at the doors, spotting trouble before the troublemakers even walk through it. We're officially in the era of AI defending against AI threats. And in open source news, the Astro team quietly shipped something brilliant, an MCP server that feeds current documentation directly to AI tools. No more dealing with AI assistants that suggest deprecated methods or outdated patterns because they're working with stale information. Your coding assistant can now pull fresh docs from mcp.docs.astro.build/MCP. And this means I'll actually know about that API's change from last month. Small feature and huge impact for anyone tired of AI that's perpetually 6 months behind. And Netflix dropped a casual bombshell. They used generative AI to create a building collapse scene in the Eternauts. And they finished it 10 times faster than they would have using traditional VFX methods. So now AI is simulating architectural destruction for premium TV. The future is so weird and apparently very explosive. And OpenAI just launched ChatGPT agents with operator capabilities. These things can browse the web, can run code, fill out forms, and create documents without human babysitting. Basically, they build that intern who actually gets stuff done instead of just asking where the coffee machine is. These agents work through a virtual computer interface, handling tasks that usually need human oversight. It's very impressive, slightly concerning, but I'm here for it. Please fill out all my specs reports for me. And finally, congratulations to GitHub's new podcast. Lunch will host Cassidy, Abby, and Kadesha talking about open source, community, and collaboration. They kicked off by sharing their own journeys into open source and highlighting cool projects like CSS0, Animate.js, and France's digital government documentation platform. So refreshing to hear genuine excitement about community-driven development, where everything else feels like just chasing the next acquisition or hot take Twitter payout. And you can catch the GitHub Podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. And that is your weekly dose of developer chaos. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. From hackathon madness to AI security guards, it's been quite a week. Remember, the best code is the kind that makes you smile, and I hope this show did. Please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any other developer news. See you next time.